Hello people, this is Endible, welcome to Roguetech. We left off with everything ready on the last mission, but we really want to get people to escapist. I think that's going to be our best bet in the early game. That being said, your gladiator. I think we're going to retrain when we need to. It's going to be more important to be cautious early game for us. So I think that's the general build. Not quite, but getting that. I think it's more important to get you to Guts 3. You're also going to get Escapist. You're okay. You can get Escapist. And that's the most important skill we're going to have for a while, so yeah. Go there, do that, see which vehicles can actually... Yeah, that's important. And I know we only have 2 tactics on Torve, but I think piloting is our most valuable skill right now. We have 1 slot open in the barracks, so let's go and rectify that. We have Finn, who is novel, bookish, ex-military mech warrior. We have Floki, who is ex-military mech warrior, spacer, commander, technician, dependable. That's good. And we have Saver Card, who is merchant, bookish, mech warrior. I think we take Floki. And I don't think he comes with XP, but I might be wrong. Yeah, so he's just going to be training for a while, but the Mechriders point is going to do us good. Then we have a bunch of 1.5 and 2 skulls we want to do, but we're going to start with this one. Hopefully we start finding vehicles here and we're able to upgrade mostly V2s or even LAMs. I would love to get LAM stuff, but Gisela is the drunk. Okay, so it's actually not Gisela, it's Torvi, the one who's super defensive. That's good. I've been thinking it was Gisela all the time. But okay. Anyway, let's get into it. Yeah, we know that is. And hopefully we don't die here. Okay, here we go. It's important to be a bit cautious early game with our setup because yeah, we don't have much in the sense of replacements for our mechs if we get trashed. So we have to keep it tight. Let's see what we're against. Okay, for a moment. There's a Wolfman, a Wasp. The RB has to go. That's not even funny. The RB has to go, and it has to go very quickly. So let's get going.
No shooting, just running. Got it.
And let's shoot a bit of chaff. The RHW is a nasty one.
Hey.
Okay, out of range. So we take 6. It's
So.
not going to help with the RB. Okay, that missed. But that thing needs to go, and it needs to go quickly. So we're going to start... nope. I'd much rather take 6, thank you. Hopefully next turn we start getting 8 evasion. Because that's the thing. We also have a trebuchet with Artemis here. So he also needs to go. That's good.
Alright.
8 evasion on Painless, who is already able to get benefits from Escapist. Okay, yeah, you try that. And that's why we put it to the front, so
Talk to me.
that we cultivate something. That's 7, which is pretty much what we had here, I think. But gonna keep shooting at little friendly RB.
Aye, aye.
Second priority is going to be the trebuchet, but we really need to get things going here. Eight evasion as well on our commander.
On the move. Full speed.
So yeah, I'd say Escapist is already paying off here. Not on the AWACS though.
Down.
Okay, good to know. I will sacrifice the RR if they hit. And they did, and that's the howitzer gun.
Scored a critical
And that's
hit.
good. It means we can ignore the RB and start going for the trap, which is our second most dangerous thing on the field, so let's go for you.
Of course, I missed.
Don't you worry. I mean, it'd be better to have hit. 75
Back.
or 80 pinpoint would have been good, but I think we set shop here. We'll just shoot you on our way to the trap.
Affirmative.
That's a leg open.
That was a critical.
Yeah, Commander.
Second Phoenix goes on a bit wider berth. And our damage wasp has to mostly disappear from sight. So that's what we will be trying to do with it.
Commander.
Yeah, that'd be you. So it's 605. I think
Commander.
we put you here,
Got it. Full
giving
speed,
him
no target.
something right in front of him to shoot it. The AG missed, sadly.
Yes, Commander.
And with you, we are reserving.
Waiting for my
Did we have cautious here? No, we didn't. Okay. But... Okay, that's good. It went for the yellow jacket.
Cut it up now.
Yeah, all you're going to be shooting is a medium laser now, so I'm definitely ignoring you until I've sorted the Wolfman and the Trebuchet. And first is going to be the Trebuchet, because that Artemis ammo has to go.
Commander.
So, just move. We want to shake off unsteadiness. And then shoot SRMs, and we actually get lagging here, which is a very good thing to see. He's bleeding out and has 3, just 3, so we're going to leave it to his devices. Shoot more chaff.
Standing by.
We're going to get into your back. Actually, yeah, that's the better
Field
move.
order received.
I know I said I wanted to go for the trap first, but we take the opportunities we have here. That missed.
That's a miss.
Don't you worry. Get in here, because we actually can't get into his back.
On the move.
So
Full
that's
speed.
how we're going in. And that's the damage wasp. That we shouldn't have been doing, but whatever.
I'm here.
Yellow jacket. Keep
Going
getting
as
in.
fast as I can.
Keep shooting the trap, and we're even shooting the rockets.
Yay.
Even though it's a 15. That's good damage. on the trebuchet.
Oh,
He gets to
no,
go
look at
now,
him.
but at least we got him unsettled. And hopefully he keeps shooting the... Nope, going for the wasp. But didn't shoot missiles because we're inside minimum
Damage
range.
is light. Good to go.
That's another way of going about that. Come to think of it. Okay. We get 8. And if we move, we get 6. So yeah, it's going to be 8.
Going full throttle.
And we'll keep shooting you from the side. Although this is very tempting. But trebuchet first priority. Yeah. Yeah, you shoot your medium laser.
How can I help?
The other Phoenix also gets in. And I think you're going for the Wolfman.
Copy that.
Okay, that's good. That's some damage. And his ballistics are jammed, so we don't have to worry too much about it this turn. Yeah, just a pair of medium lasers going, nothing too crazy. That's 3. And we're going to totally ignore you. I mean, after all, you're a Wasp 1P. I might be wrong, but I think we want to keep your inerts. We have a back shot. And we're mostly not doing damage here, so we're just taking
Enemy outflanked.
the Hitchens. And it's a good spread
I'm
that
out of
we
short
got
range
here.
missiles. Yes, Commander.
So, moving gets us 5. But the HE we don't want to be shooting, so instead... let's get 5. And let's shoot the wolf here.
Good to go.
With.
Failed to connect.
Talk to me.
That's a good Hitchens on the wolf here. So yeah, I think we take the time
Copy that.
to shoot at it now. That's an engine crit, that's
Punch right
important.
through his armor.
What now?
Yellow jacket keeps going. All we have is obstructed line of sight, unless we move towards its
I'll
side.
try.
So let's go there. Let's take the 33. Not that we're going to hit, but it would have been nice to. And keep going. Keep moving. We should be inside minimal range for the trebuchet, so it shouldn't be shooting the Artemis. But I might be wrong. Okay. So next turn you need to die. Still, I'm taking the time to go for the Wolfie because it's open.
Targeting for an alpha strike.
That splashed also onto the trebuchet, so that
I'm out of
was
SRM.
okay.
Waiting for orders.
And you're finally out of the minefield. So let's keep shooting at you. I know, should have been shooting from the front, but we actually got a hit on the lector, so that was important. And that's just going to be medium lasers. Yeah, we're a bit low on evasion, but we're actually trying to get them down. That's 2 activations, so next one, you're out.
Onward.
And yeah, you're
No
panicked.
retreat.
So, get me here. Oh, you're just the AWACS. But I want them to shoot at you, so it's okay. Keep shooting
Confirmed. Firing.
and tagging.
Commander.
So here is where we want to shoot from,
Moving to position.
because the open leg is there.
Scored a critical hit.
Yeah, you that. No, no worries there.
Standing by.
Phoenix. Get 5.
Small border received.
Shoot high explosives on the trap. That's important. That's very good damage. And it actually should be a knockdown. Okay. And he's bleeding. How many turns though? 3. Not too bad. Not too bad. Can we get... Yes, we can.
Throttling up. For
So
what
we're
it's
going to
worth.
be shooting from here.
Targeting rear armor.
And we
Double
jumped.
like me. I'm here.
So I still think...
I.
Get here. 67... We could go and try to crit him. Let's try it.
Confirmed.
We missed.
Attack failed.
I've got your back.
But we got more. So let's
Aye,
come
aye.
here. And hopefully the splash just crits the trebuchet here. We're going to
Aye,
be... not quite, not quite. But the wolf is
Take
hot.
that as a lesson.
And we got a bit of damage
SRMs
into the
are out.
trebuchet. So that's something. And yeah, that leg can be taken apart easily next turn. Let's see what he does. Nothing. No, he ejected, so we have a full trebuchet on the field. Most importantly, the Artemis part. You also ejected because you were going to die. So all we have here now
Got it.
is a Wolfman
Roger.
who is open in the back and which has AC5's jump.
Target's taken
So
a critical hit. I'm here.
it's not going to be too problematic.
Okay.
How can I help?
Again,
Moving out.
this is just about critting him.
Giving him everything I've got.
Okay,
Yes,
I
Commander.
guess we hit leg mostly.
Affirmative.
But this should be decent now.
Copy that.
Ammo AC5 destroyed, so you must have...
Commander?
You must somehow have keys in there. It's okay.
Firing a full salvo.
Enough. Gyro crit, engine crit.
Reporting.
He should
Critical
be pretty
Yes,
stressed.
Commander.
And that's just a medium.
I'm there.
But at this point,
Affirmative.
it's all good. Gyro destroyed, he's going to the ground as well. Is he bleeding? No, just panicked. I think we want to have him up. And it's just 2 medium lasers. We can take 2 medium lasers hits here.
Standing by.
So, get onto your back.
On it. Firing. Orders.
Come on, don't tell me I just put myself onto it. Okay. We'll have to wait until he moves.
Rear armor it is. What now?
Yellow Jacket can just move until we unjam
Here we
here.
go.
It's not really an issue. And maybe... Yeah,
I'm here.
okay. Cannot hit you from the back, sadly. I think we're waiting until turn 11. Let's see what he does.
Let them make the first mistake.
Okay,
Ready for orders.
just braced. Don't shoot the high explosive.
Rear armor it is.
That's a lot of damage. Cooling crits, okay.
Take that.
Talk to me.
You're going to be too much for him. So let's get in
Aye,
here.
aye.
Not shoot the HE because we got too close.
Yes, Commander.
And you, with your medium laser, can actually keep shooting them.
Ready for orders.
It works.
Moving to position.
Keep shooting Wolfie.
Got it.
That's an engine destruction. So we have a full Wolfie as well.
Yes, Commander.
Not that we want to take one, but still. And yeah, keep shooting. This is just an RV now. And it doesn't have
I'm receiving you.
his most dangerous
Location
weapon.
confirmed.
He can't or shouldn't be able to melee us.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
So it just
I'm here. Copy.
I've got your back.
just move until we can get him.
I'm moving.
And this shouldn't take long. I mean, the Phoenixes are here. They should be pretty much able to tear him apart in
Punch
2
right through
rounds.
his armor.
Oh look, a medium laser.
What's up, boss?
We can shoot
On my
into
way.
his back. I won't shoot the bomb HE because I'm a bit afraid we're going to get damage.
Target lock on enemy 6.
Besides, it's not like he's going to be a threat,
hit,
so
Commander.
we just keep shooting until he's out.
Target lock on enemies 6. Waiting for orders.
Yeah,
Position
just
confirmed.
scoot around,
Got the
and
angle.
this should really
Taking the
be it.
shot.
Another engine destruction, so we have 3 parts of an army here.
Tango down.
All good. Let's see what we have on the loot table. Interested in the innards of the trebuchet, actually. Maybe the innards of the wasp, because I think that's the pirate one. Not really. Okay, though. Not much going on for us here. There's an exile for money. There's a double heatsink for money. Double heatsink kit. And yeah, we have Artemis. Artemis ammo. Are we okay taking Artemis ammo? Will we ever be able to use Artemis ammo? That's the question, yeah. Not right now, but we might in the future. So taking one bin seems like a good thing to do. And the last pick. I think we take another bin of Artemis ammo here. So we go with that. We sell the XL because we're never going to be able to use it. And sell the scatter. I think we just have 4 and we're running 3 mechs with single heatsinks, so that's this for the moment. Sell the beats we're never going to be using and call it a day here. That was actually decent, and damage was not that significant, so we might be good to go on another. And most definitely, because it's only been 25 minutes since we started, so a bit more, and hopefully we find a V-tool or a LAM in our next battle. So 2 days repairs, which is actually going to be 3. Whatever. I think we didn't get anything at all that we want to slot into someone. No, that's all we have. Equipment wise, we could get one of the wasps with double heatsinks, but frankly, what's the point? So go on for 3 days. Repair scaffolding done. Whatever. Oh, I forgot to keep improving the ergo. I think we want to keep going. So maybe repair power conduits. It's morale and tech points, so yeah, that works. Okay, we just have Gisela out. It is not really that big of a deal. So escort will be far too long. That's Comsta. So I guess we're going on a repossession here. Good money. And we just have to take out one of the phoenixes. I think I'm keeping you over you. And Omega goes here. And I think it was Torvi, which is the defensive one, so we want Torvi here. Besides, Omega with 4 gunnery is going to be more important for us on the yellow jacket because he cannon jam. So, okay, this loaded up. Let's talk about repossessions.
Command interface initiated.
Repossessions got quite hard in Roguetech because we swapped, they swapped vehicles for mechs, and you're bound to see stuff that usually shouldn't be there. We mostly spawn in mech position with our LAM, so I think we're good here. So I'd fully expect some heavies here on the mainlands, definitely mediums. So we saw something, but it's gone. We're seeing a chariot, which is not really a problem.
Waiting for orders.
I think we move and hide with
Moving
you,
out. Ready for orders.
and we send the AWACS in to see what's there.
Aye, aye.
Well, yeah, there's an Lancelot. But that looks like a 55 tonner for the structure it brings. Well, the Thunderbolt is a problem, so let's shoot that. Maybe on the reinforcements lands we'll have something a bit more problematic. Let's move for 8 and a side attack, and hopefully he shoots the Thunderbolt and misses. But that's going, that Thunderbolt 15 is going to do a lot of damage.
I've got your back.
Hopefully we don't have more Thunderbolts floating around. That's 8 evasion, which looks decent. Let's keep shooting that chariot. I mean, it's what we see, so might as well shoot at it. That's a peep missing from the Lancelot, I'd expect. Maybe from the reinforcements. No, that was the Lancelot. Friends coming in, really not doing much. And that's going to hurt. Oh, we missed. And he missed as well. Okay, that gives us another turn to focus
What
that
now?
chariot. And that's something that needs to be done, so... Just... Okay, we get 9 if we jump. That might not be a bad idea. But we also get 9 by sprinting, so let's go. Yeah, we must really close our distance to that Thunderbolt. That's our main priority. You should be able to get 8, I think. And here it is. So yeah, let's keep going. We really want to focus that chariot. That Thunderbolt has to go.
Heads up, Commander.
Yeah, okay. Reinforcements. Not that we've seen them, but in this map they usually are back there. On this zone.
Standing by.
Back there. So, Yellow Jacket. We're going to get pretty focused, but I want to shoot here.
On it.
I know it's only at 20%, but if it hits, and it did, that's beautiful damage on the chariot. Okay,
Standing by.
you moved and did pretty much nothing. That's clustering too much. So, go here.
On it.
And I'm still afraid about that. 4 SP, which means missiles, and I think Artemis missiles. That's a problem. Hunter 9RR, shouldn't be too afraid of it. And the Lancelot we've already seen brings a peep. The rest I'm expecting it to be shorter range. Shoot here though. Come on, game.
Firing.
That's just chaff, but it's going to be useful. Hanchy getting in, and it shot the AWACS, which has AMS flare, which is good. Maybe it's SRMs, because it really got close, this one. We'll deal with you once we have... There's a Wasp LAM. That's good. That's replacement parts for us. It's a 100A, which we have. I think it was the mine ones.
How can I help?
That being said, we need to push you.
Clear the way. I'm coming in fast.
Yeah, got a bit too far in, but the extra courtesy on the pulses will come in handy, and we already got you open.
I'm here.
So, push.
Okay.
This is all about getting the chariot out. So, yeah, no hitchings. But we're still shooting with everything.
Move it back. Of course, I missed.
Well, don't you worry, girl. So, please miss. Okay, he missed. And he didn't move that far back. So, let's... I think that's... like that.
Confirmed.
And hopefully when we get visuals, Hitchens gets better. If not, we're just shooting... Yeah, that's decent enough. That's enough to get you out.
Target's down.
So that's a big threat out of the table. Next up. Well...
No shooting.
Let's
Just run it.
start on the Hanchy. I would love to go on the Lancelot and the Panther, but I think the Hanchy...
Let's see
Yeah,
how you
those
like
were
this.
SRM6s, so... We might want to keep our distance to that thing. That being said, they're mostly going to... Okay, no, that's you with the peep,
I'm
obviously.
receiving you.
Okay, we don't want to close up too much.
Yes, Commander.
So let's first mop up with you. That's just for evasion, but we're going to be shooting anyway. Yeah, here.
Locking in all weapon systems.
Just trying for some lucky headshot.
I'm out of
Because I have the feeling the Hunch is going to be backstriking our 8 evasion Wasp here. No, it went for this one. And for 9 evasion that was
Damage looks light,
big
Commander.
damage.
I'm here.
But now we get onto your back. 25, 34. So that's where we go.
Engaging target.
And shoot him. Not even kidding.
Receiving you.
Okay. Something like this. And we try and attack him.
Confirmed.
That's good. That's a hit gun with a crit.
Target's taking a
And
critical
his shaft.
Talk to me.
So you can get in. I would love 6. And please, please, please. Nope. It splashed. It didn't hit the open side.
SRMs are out.
Still okay. Something coming from the outskirts.
Hey.
Okay, 8 evasion. We must keep shooting the
I
Hunchy.
hope this hurts.
That missed. Okay, game.
Should've known I'd miss.
We need you to start hitting. I think that was Torvi, but I could be wrong. That missed as well. So yeah, you also bring a peep. That's the LAM back there. There's an RB risk back there. It's a risk too, thankfully. So it's only ER peep clans. It's not the crazy.
Waiting for orders.
Okay. Doesn't look like the LAM moved much.
Going full throttle.
Let's go take a look around here. Hardly
I copy.
worth to shoot the Inferno here.
It's a miss.
But maybe by providing line of sight to our friends they're able to do
Ready for
something,
orders.
which is not the case. Okay, move for 4, keep shooting Hunchy.
Locked on. Rear armor.
No crits, but he's tagged. And hopefully the Panther goes for the AWOX. Nope. That was good.
I'm getting pummeled.
Receiving you.
Yeah, very good from you, Mister. Okay, that's as good as it's going to get for us. 48 looks decent. He lost evasion, but he's going to go quite soonish. And we won't be able to capitalize on that. Wasp moving back. Okay, what was that? LARMs, obviously. So that's the LARM 5. LAM. As long as I'm able to take some turbines from him, I think we're good here. Large laser peep. Okay.
Standing by.
Yeah, about that. I don't feel confident going in. So it's going to be I'd love to do it like this, but it's only 5 evasion. So I'd feel much more confident going in with 6. Drop and steadiness. Shoot Panther. Because, well, he's open.
Affirmative.
That's the mailman, so I'll have to stop for a second and go there. But first, the Hanchy, which is shooting the AWOX, just hitting a bit of SRMs. That's good. This is us, so wait a second, people. Coming right back. Okay, someone else opened.
I've got your back.
So, do we just take this turn? I think so. To go in.
Copy that.
That's good. And hopefully the mediums and the pulses destroy things here. That's an SRM6, that's a medium, that's decent. But the RP still has to go. No, he's
Yes,
already gone.
Commander.
That means... I think we do it again. Is this back? No, it isn't. Is this back? No, it isn't. So... that doesn't look like something we want to do. Then again, we use vigilance.
On my way.
Let's go in like this, don't shoot the high explosives.
Target lock on enemy's rear.
That's
What's up,
you open again. Okay. Yeah, something has to be done about you. And you should be running relatively hot.
Engaging.
Finally, the Saracen engages.
Receiving you.
AWOX. Get in.
No shooting, just running. Got it.
Keep shooting, honestly. I'll take the barrage.
Take that.
That missed. Okay.
Standing by.
Move a bit to the back. Shoot that stuff that can be
Roger
shot.
that.
I think we're straight a bit.
Talk to me.
But again, can we hide? Nope, we can't. We can. That looks like a decent thing to do here.
Copy that.
That's you gone. That was important. Sad about the... No, he didn't bring a double heatsink, so that's okay. Panther. Okay, you missed.
Standing by.
Get into his back again. Then again, I think we need to keep it mobile here. So let's go for
No
the
target.
peep arm on the Panther.
On it. I'm out of short-range missiles.
I mean, our friends are closing distance to the RB. Maybe they keep him. They keep him occupied for a bit. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of damage to the
Yes,
AWOX, but
Commander.
still. So, 6 evasion and hidden. I don't think that's how we want to do it. So let's get 8 evasion.
All right.
And yeah, just random pot shot in the general RB direction.
I missed.
Ready for order.
I'm a bit afraid about that RB. I guess you can already tell, but
On my way, double
it
time.
is what it is. So, Hitchens is 48, 42, 8, so shoot Lancy.
Aye, aye.
That was a centered Horse. That's good damage though. That's also decent damage.
Damage
What
is
she
final.
gonna do? Okay, didn't look like we got any splash at all here, so that's good. Let's get here
Confirmed.
and let's drop the mines.
Enemy outflanked.
Still haven't shot the AA.
I'm out of SRMs.
Whatever, game. That missed. That was important. The Panther is probably going to... No, it's just going to walk and shoot at the Yellow Jacket. Just beautiful. Yellow Jacket is fresh still. So... What about moving? Yeah, that's decent Hitchens.
Locked on target.
Oh, did we? We did.
Right here.
Okay, I want my high explosives now.
Moving to position.
And yeah, I know, bit reckless going in like that with that few evasion, but we should be able to finish him up now. And that was still 7 evasion, so... Super Wasp doing Super Wasp things, which I love to see. That backstrike is going to prove useful. But, oh, you actually gave up a backstrike to shoot at the Yellow Jacket.
How can I help?
So, Phoenix, get in, mister. We really need to drop here. And hopefully that's the Lancelot out.
Roger.
Seeing a lot of red. So yeah, that's an engine destruction.
That's one less hostage.
Yeah, Commander.
And about you? Can we... Nope, we can't backstrike. So let's
On my way. Double
give
time.
the RB something to shoot.
On it. Reporting negative damage.
The
That's
problem
right.
about going all evasion is that at one point or another
Roger.
you're going to get hit. So, and when he does, I mean, these I think are one Clanier Peep and something else, and when he does, it's going to be awful.
My SRMs are out.
But until he does,
Receiving you.
so AWACS. That's a backstrike to the thing left from the mainlands. So we go there. Hopefully we tag you. And we did. Which means the Yellow Jacket will have a decent shot from the front. I think I'd much rather take the shot from the
Consider me
front.
there. Roger that.
Shoot. Whiff, sadly.
That's a miss.
That's the RB. And it hit. Only 35 damage though.
Ready for orders.
I want your back. Because you're open. So let's keep
Position
shooting you.
confirmed. Target lock on enemy's rear.
Yeah, that happened. Maybe
Build
we
to
should have
connect.
been better served by going towards the Panther. But the Panther didn't do nothing. It's entrenched, but we're going to be shooting it from the back, I think. Super Wasp, doing Super Wasp things.
I'm receiving you.
I'm quite liking you, mister. Okay. Sadly, no way to hide. Can we... That's only 25. It's not worth it. So yeah, I think we get the full evasion. We forget about going halfway there. Keep shooting. And hopefully
No love on that strike.
we get that LAM without
got your
too
back.
much damage. Okay, 5 is decent. Especially because we're not going to be shooting the hard point.
Should have watched your positioning better.
You're very open. That's a double heatsink.
That was a critical.
Standing by.
So, will 7 be enough? Come on. Like this.
Say so.
SRMs for the win. Nope, everything missed.
Of course, I missed.
You have a tendency to miss with everything, Lars. But what can be done? Let's see about that LAM. He's still in mech form. Shooting the Super Wasp, that is excellent. 26 is the RB. Which is pretty open, navigating that minefield. So
I'm under heavy
we're
fire.
starting to get thin on armor on the AWACS. That's a problem. But still okay.
Orders.
So, we can't get into the RB's back. Shooting the LAM does nothing for us here. Much further. Come on, game. Really? Okay. Come on. Now.
Confirmed.
Shoot stuff.
Target lock on rear arc.
He punched out, so we have a double hit
Good to
sync
go.
it. That's important.
Understood.
Push up.
Moving fast.
How can I help?
And yeah, push up. This is going to be
Roger. Full throttle.
hopefully.
Confirmed.
Okay.
Good to go.
I think you need to disengage. Well, 8 is
All
good.
in hand. Gotcha.
That missed, but whatever.
No luck.
But I have the feeling... Okay, he braced. I still have the feeling they're going to be shooting the Super Wasp. I could be wrong though. Yeah, that yellow jacket makes sense. That's 6 damage. Are you shooting incendiary? No, we didn't have
Yes,
incendiary.
Commander.
So yeah, 8 evasion.
10-4. Good angle. Firing.
We're going to be a while here dealing with the RB,
Yes, Commander.
but that's what it is. So, I mean,
Copy.
we have an HE bomb still, so let's use it.
Targeting rear armor.
That went to the front,
All out
Somehow.
of SRMs.
but we have our machine gun unjammed, so that's something. Okay, RB. Shooting the AWACS, clearing mines.
Need something, Chief?
Still haven't
On the
unjammed.
move. Full
Omega needs Canary, but he finally
standing
unjammed.
by.
Okay, that's a backstrike,
Roger.
if there ever was one. And a decent Hitchens on the tag arrow,
Target lock
so
on enemies.
let's get it down.
Commander?
You can also get into his back.
Double time. Let's go.
And yeah, this is going to be pot shots until we crit him
Firing
out.
at enemy 6.
Not too scared about the
No
LAM.
joy. Waiting for
The LAM
orders.
is just going to be parts for us if we manage to get
Got
it.
it. Full speed, no
The
target.
important part here is just critting the
Taking a
RB,
shot.
which could take a while
Negative
at
damage.
this rate of
Repeat.
hit chances.
Negative damage.
So, what are you going to do, mister? Get in, shoot Yellow Jacket. That works.
Right here.
Okay, yeah, we have a problem here. Then again, 7 evasion is decent, but a bit too lined up for my liking.
Locking in target.
Okay, no strays, and we open his back even further. Get in here,
Roger that.
drop all the stuff on the RV.
Roger that.
That's a lot of red.
Punch right through his armor.
That's a lot of red, we're seeing that. Okay. Yeah, that was good, but you're getting tagged, mister. He's very, very open
How's it going?
at this point. Come on,
What's up, boss?
give me you. Do we really want to be shooting the ghosts here?
Let's see what this.
He punched out. That's excellent.
Ooh, gotcha.
And we shouldn't have shot here. We're actually trying to get salvage from this one. So shooting here was very reckless. Yeah, we have to give him his turn.
Nothing.
I don't know why, but he's not hittable right now. So, you're going for the Yellow Jacket, I guess, Mr. Wasp? Would be ideal to make him punch out and have everything, but yeah, not counting on that.
How can I help?
So there's a back shot.
Affirmative.
It's not the
Give me
best back
everything
shot,
I've got.
but it's a back shot.
Good to go.
There's another one. And yeah,
Got
Hitchens
the angle. Taking
is
the shot.
atrocious, but
Standing
we
by.
have to get down and do stuff. Shoot machine guns,
Affirmative.
honestly. Might get lucky.
I'm here.
Okay, that's clear
that,
line of
Commander.
sight. We might not be shooting it. Still.
Roger that. Target confirmed.
But we have pretty decent evasion. If he hits, it's only going to be... So... Your ammo is gone. You have a ballistic, which is machine gun, an energy, which is
I'm here.
a medium laser. That's all there is here, I would say. So
Full
let's
speed.
do something we haven't done yet. And use that spice
How's it going?
you, we don't want to be shooting with. What we want is for you to be the target. Okay, that's his arm open.
Yes, Commander.
So let's see about that spite shot. That didn't do much. Still okay.
Engaging.
That's the medium laser gun.
Critical hit, Commander.
So you
Waiting
only
for
have a
orders.
machine gun at this point. And melee. Let's
On my
not
way.
forget about melee.
Target lock on enemy 6.
But I think the
That-
Phoenix
Talk to me.
should be able to do good work here.
Roger.
If only because we
weapons
have
are go.
volume of fire. Oh, he's stressed only. It's okay. Let's move out with you.
Affirmative.
Next turn it is. Let's see what he does. Hope he went for the Super Wasp, but the Super Wasp is very evasive compared to our Phoenix, so maybe he goes for our Phoenix. He did nothing. We'll have to wait
Ready for orders.
until
Waiting for orders.
we can move
Standing by.
you, because that was intelligent from you. But that's all there is. We should be able to shoot the AG now, shoot everything, some splash, should be able to close that deal. That's 2 turbines gone. That's not something we wanted, but he punched out. So that's 4 LAM parts and 2 turbines. What do we want? Do we want money or do we want replacements here? I think the answer is clear. There's 3 wasp parts. There's an active probe. That thing would be very good to have. There's a gyro defense plus, alarm booster. The turbines are bundled up, so yeah, it was the Fascam one. I think we take, even though there's a lot of things that would make sense here, we take 2 LAM parts. We never know when we're going to find another one. So something like that. That brings our turbines to 4. In case we have an accident, we have 2 wasp parts in storage. So yeah, that pretty much works. I have a feeling we're never going to be able to run a heavy pip. But whatever. Sell the armor, set fire control standard. Was going to say sell the double heatsink kit. I think we keep 2 just in case. And yeah, the rest is things that are here. So grateful that heavy pip never hit. But that's early game. I mean, when we're relying on evasion, at some point, one of those 11% shots with, I'm saying 11 to say something, could well be 20, I don't know at what chance they're shooting at me. But one of those hits is going to land. And when it does, you're in for a world of hurt. So, yeah, let's bring something like this. Let's go to the shop for a second. And there's a machine gun quick sell here. It's only half a ton. It comes with salvos built in. That's something we want. Hitting the mobile could be one thing. We've never played with this, but basically, you take one heatsink from the engine, you get 1.25 tons back, which means when you put your the heatsink externally, you win 0.25 tons. So I think we're taking it as well. Okay. I think we have some HE lefts. That's carry capacity, and I think we don't have any left. I'd love to get TSM, but until we're able to. So, you have a machine gun slot. In the head, sorry. We want that engine heatsink removal. We want a double heatsink, and we just have to lose the tiniest bit, and we actually managed to get a machine gun in, which is going to be useful. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Going like this. You're at full, so no point in doing anything there. I think we didn't get anything else here, so let's go for the 5 days. That being said, no, you're still at full weight. You're at full weight, so just the other Phoenix. Well, it is what it is. Let's have a final look at Mech Bay in case something can be done here, but I wouldn't expect. We have the LAM booster, but if we get the LAM booster in, we're not able to carry the hardpoint, and I think the hardpoint is more important for us at this point. So nothing in that regard. Just have very few tonnage available here. So yeah, the LAM 5 makes sense. We have a SRM ammo. We do. So maybe the way to go here is get an SRM4. I would love to have more heatsink removals, but it is what it is. So something like this and something like this, and I'd much rather have almost full back armor. That's going to be 2 more days, so let's go. It's training time. New flashpoint at Battletech. We're waiting for relax to show, so whenever there's a flashpoint we're going to be seeing it. I think, yeah, we have test rave and I don't feel about going with that. So this was it for today. Tomorrow I guess we're going on the escort. That's against Clanners, so yeah, I think that's decent. Comstar is tricky, but that's what we have here. It's either Comstar or Clanners, and then here we have Pirates, but it's a 3 score, and that's scary. We could go for a recovery, just like the one we did, and go full money, but I think when we do the escort and the battle, if we don't get destroyed, we just get out of this planet and travel to another one, because mostly in the early game what we're trying to get is LAM parts through the storm, which is going to take a while, so traveling is good in that sense. Anyway, this was it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider leaving a rating and a comment. Subscribe if you hadn't. We'll see each other next time. Have fun.